After working hard for weeks or even months, it's important to take a break and go on a vacation, to relax and recharge, so you could return to work feeling refreshed and rejuvenated. Whether it's spending time at the beach, exploring a new city, or simply relaxing at home, a vacation can provide much needed mental and physical rest. So don't be afraid to take a well deserved break and go on a vacation. You'll be glad you did. With Christmas and New Year approaching, we decided to take a few days off to visit some new city or region. We were looking for a destination with a rich history and culture, while beautiful and picturesque at the same time. After careful consideration, we decided to head off to Rochester in upstate New York, since it's home to many museums, art galleries, and historical landmarks. With its rolling hills, sparkling lakes, and beautiful forests, upstate New York is a nature lover's paradise, and Rochester is located right in the heart of this stunning region. It's also a family-friendly destination as it is home to many kid-friendly attractions, including the Strong Museum of Play and the Seneca Park Zoo. We set out on a road journey Saturday morning to Rochester from Hamilton on QEW Highway. Travel time is roughly 2 to 3 hours depending on the traffic and weather. During the drive, you can expect to see some beautiful countryside scenery and charming small towns. There are also a few rest stops along the way where you can stretch your legs and grab a bite to eat. If you are planning on staying in Rochester for a few days, you may not need the extra amenities that an expensive hotel offers. In this case, an economic hotel can be a good choice, as it will provide you with basic accommodation at a more affordable price. We chose to stay at Holiday Inn Express, which had all the amenities you need for a quick trip. First up on our itinerary was a visit to the Seneca Park Zoo, which is located north of downtown Rochester. It's a great spot for animal lovers. We left for the zoo a bit late because of the FIFA World Cup final match between Argentina and France. And boy, do I even have to tell you if that can be missed at any cost. How that match transpired and ended really set us up for the visit. High on adrenaline, we reached our destination. From the entrance, there is, for the most part, a single path that takes you half a mile through the zoo to the last exhibits. This is actually very helpful in that it makes sure you don't miss any of the animals while you're walking through the zoo. The Seneca Park Zoo in Rochester is home to more than 90 different species of animals, of which about 25 are specifically noted on the park map. Popular species include tigers, lions, giraffes, polar bears, sea lions, and the African elephants. As you walk through the zoo, the exhibits offer great opportunities to see the animals, and the intimate design of the zoo provides close access to the animals, though the enclosures appear to be of appropriate size. The lions enclosure is an interesting one. Along the edge of the space, there is a double-decker bus that visitors can enter for a close-up view of the enclosure. They say if you're lucky, you might even see a lion resting on the hood of the bus. I guess we were the lucky ones. Overall, we really had a great time exploring the Seneca Park Zoo in Rochester. Its small size, innovative enclosures, and great mix of animals made this a great outing for my family. This is a great spot that you won't want to miss. Next, we headed over to the Strong Museum of Play. This place was amazing. It's a museum dedicated to the history of play and games, and it's filled with all kinds of interactive exhibits. It's a family-friendly museum and one of the biggest history museums in the United States. With 100,000 square feet of dynamic interactive exhibit space, the Strong Museum provides educational and intergenerational fun. You can play your way through the history of electronic driving games and experience America's long fascination with the Need for Speed at the original Raceway Arcade. Start your engine and zip through the evolution of driving games in this highly interactive and artifact-rich exhibit designed for racing enthusiasts of all ages. The magic of literature comes to life in reading Adventureland. The artifact-rich, life-size pop-up book invites guests to laugh, play, learn, and read. Follow the yellow brick road into 5 literary landscapes inspired by children's books. In this American comic book heroes exhibit, grab a cape and leap into the world of superheroes. Explore 7 decades of amazing characters who have struggled mightily against evil in the comic book cosmos while inspiring kids' imaginations and play. Do you remember Sesame Street? Of course you do. Step into the world's most famous neighborhood at the Strong Museum. Travel through 5 delightful decades of the iconic Sesame Street children's television series. While I was standing here listening to this song, it took me back to my childhood days. Dozens of interactive components invite families to explore concepts about letters, words, numbers, inclusion, and diversity. Say hello to Big Bird. E-Game Revolution exhibit is a gamer's paradise. Play your way through the history of video games here. We learned so much about the evolution of gaming from the displays around the room. E-Game Revolution highlights how games that started at universities and government computers moved to arcades and eventually into our homes. A visit to the Strong Museum is not complete without a stop in Dancing Wings Butterfly Garden. This is the only year-round indoor butterfly garden in upstate New York. Here you can enter the lush rainforest environment and walk among hundreds of colorful free-flying tropical and native butterflies that flutter about and may even land on you. This was the last part of our visit to Strong Museum. There are so many other exhibits that I haven't touched upon, but you can be rest assured that they're all very fun, engaging, and take you down the memory lane. If we get a chance, we would come visit the Strong Museum again. You bet. Rochester is home to many delicious restaurants and breweries, making it a great destination for foodies. If you are looking to try new flavors and experience the city's culinary offerings, Rochester could be an appealing choice. Unfortunately, I cannot tell you much about them as we went only to halal restaurants. If you are looking for a tasty plate of authentic Yemeni mandi, Halal Yemen restaurant is the place to go, hands down. Many people might not know this, but mandi dish actually originated from Yemen. In North America, even though many places claim to be offering you authentic mandi, they are not. In this restaurant, we found authentic Yemeni mandi, the one we couldn't find anywhere in Canada so far in more than 4 years. Master Falafel is a Syrian restaurant where you could find high-quality Mediterranean cuisine. We tried their chicken kebab pita and it didn't disappoint at all. Highly recommended. Sultan Bakery and Restaurant is also an excellent spot for yummy halal Middle Eastern food, and their portion size is also pretty large. Try their kafta kebab platter and thank me later. It was so much food we had to pack almost half of it to eat later that evening in our hotel room. In addition to some of these options, if you are looking for halal Afghan cuisine, there is a Bamiyan Kebab restaurant in the southwest of Rochester City. Not only is their food amazing, but the restaurant is right next to a shop called Desi Bazaar, where you can find Pakistani Indian grocery items at a very reasonable price. During one of the evenings, we also hit the mall at Greece Ridge for some window shopping. Ended up buying some clothes for no reason. Oh well, this happens to each one of us. On the last day of our visit, we first made our way to High Falls after checking out from the hotel. High Falls is the tallest of the three waterfalls on the Genesee River, which flows through the city of Rochester. It's a 96 feet waterfall in the center of downtown Rochester. If I'm not wrong, it's the only major waterfall that is located right in the middle of a downtown cityscape in all of USA. Pretty amazing, huh? Finally, we ended our quick trip to this historical city with a visit to Ontario Beach Park and Charlotte Pier. They're both together actually, located on the port of Rochester around 15 kilometers north of downtown Rochester. During this time of the year, there is not much activity here. The pier is around 800 meters long, and at the end there is a Charlotte Genesee lighthouse that was built in 1822. We were able to take in some beautiful views of the water and the surrounding area, and enjoyed the sound of the waves and the fresh sea breeze. It was a peaceful and serene experience. We could have walked all the way up to the lighthouse, but midway during the walk, the ground turned very slippery due to heavy black ice, and we really wanted to return to Canada without any troubles. So we walked back a little bit, stood there, enjoyed the atmosphere for some time, and returned to the car. Came across this gutsy gopher who was just not willing to leave us and kept troubling us for a good while. Perhaps he wanted to see us off. It was really very lovely drive back home. Truly enjoyed the countryside of New York. Overall, it was a really fun and memorable trip to Rochester. I hope you guys enjoyed coming along with me and seeing all of the sights. We could have covered a lot of other attractions too, but it is a bit difficult during this time of the year, plus with a super active uncontrollable toddler it becomes even more challenging. But nevertheless, we had great fun. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and let me know in the comments what you liked the most. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!